something unexpected just dropped, and it completely changes how we look at Lamar Jackson. Chris Sims, who for years avoided putting Lamar among the elite, just went all in, no turning back. He flat out said, "Nobody played better football than Lamar in 2024. Nobody. Not Mahomes. Not Josh Allen. The number one is Baltimore's own number 8. And get this, Sims actually voted Josh Allen for MVP. But after taking a closer look at the games, he's having second thoughts. He's questioning if he made a big mistake. And when you hear his reasons, you realize why even the biggest doubters had to swallow their pride. Lamar didn't just silence his critics. He made them switch sides. But this isn't just about rankings. It's a historic shift in the Lamar Jackson story. And with him playing like this, the Ravens season could take a whole new turn. Stick around till the end, because this breakdown will open your eyes to what nobody else is saying. Go Ravens! Have you ever done everything right, crushed every challenge, and still felt like nobody gave you the credit you deserve? That's exactly where Lamar Jackson stood. Everyone knew he was special. Even Chris Sims praised him on TV. But when it came time to rank the NFL's best quarterbacks, Lamar never cracked the top 3. And this guy's had incredible seasons. But this time, there was no way around it. Sims finally admitted, nobody played better than Lamar in 2024. And it's not just about flashy plays or the runs he's known for. The real game changer is how Lamar has evolved inside the pocket. Sims even said he's only seen a handful of players in his life master the game with their arm, like Lamar did this year. So now he's not just the elusive speedster who's impossible to catch. He's a complete quarterback, thinking fast, throwing precise passes, and still tearing up defenses with his legs. Put it all together, and he's basically unstoppable. It's easy to see someone shine and say, yeah, but he only succeeds because he runs so much. But that excuse doesn't hold anymore. Lamar's a nightmare for defensive coordinators because he can win any way, passing, running, improvising, reading defenses, you name it. And the craziest part? He makes it all look effortless. Sims saw it and had no choice but to swallow his pride and put Lamar where he belongs, at number 1. But hold on, this story gets even deeper. Why is this recognition such a big deal? Because Lamar is doing something only a handful of quarterbacks in history have done. He's unstoppable with both his legs and his brain. And that's where things get really interesting. What makes Lamar Jackson so special isn't just his legs. It's how he learned to dismantle defenses without even needing to run. For years, critics said he relied too much on speed and wasn't a great passer. But in 2024, he shut all those doubters up. Chris Sims straight up said, he's become unreal in the pocket. That means Lamar calmly reads defenses, picks the perfect throw, and places a ball where only his receiver can get it. He's a surgical passer without losing his magic on the run. And that's what makes his game so scary. He doesn't need a run to be a threat. But if you leave him space, he'll burn you with a 40-yard run like it's nothing. 2 threats at once. Defenders don't know whether to guard the pass or stop the run. And by the time they decide, it's already too late. This mix of smarts, quick reads, and physical explosiveness turns Lamar into a puzzle no defense can solve. Sims himself admitted he's seen very few players reach that balance. He basically put Lamar in an exclusive club, players who can control the game with any weapon they have. And the most impressive part? Lamar did it without forcing it, without reckless risks. It was all controlled, calm, and mature. This is a different level of quarterback, a Lamar Jackson who thinks like a veteran and runs like he's 22. And here's the most curious part. Despite all this, Lamar Jackson wasn't the MVP. That award went to Josh Allen. And the reason behind that decision will make you stop and think. Now stop and think. How's a guy who had arguably the best QB season, playing at the highest level, not win MVP? Yep. Chris Sims gave the MVP to Josh Allen, but still ranked Lamar as the top quarterback. Sounds odd, right? Sims even admitted he second-guessed himself after watching Lamar's games again. He said, I'm not sure if I made the right call. And that says a lot about Lamar's impact. Sims' argument was that Allen had to work more magic during the season, playing with less support around him compared to the Ravens. And yeah, that might be true sometimes. But there's a difference between needing to save your team every week and playing better overall. And according to Sims, Lamar was more consistent, efficient, and dominant week after week. He simply played better without needing to pull off miracles all the time. So what tipped the scales? Sims said he got caught up in moments. Those jaw-dropping plays, clutch moves, the highlights that stick in your mind, but don't always show the full game. When you stack the numbers side by side, it's tough to defend the MVP pick. Lamar delivered an almost perfect season, plain and simple. And if you're still not convinced, wait till you see the insane stats Lamar put up on the field. The numbers don't lie, and they only make Sims' doubts even clearer.
All right, we're already past the halfway point of this video, but before we continue, I noticed you haven't left a like yet. It's really important because it helps YouTube keep showing you my content so I can keep bringing you the best news about the Baltimore Ravens. So go ahead and hit that like button. It's free and it really helps. Thanks. Now let's get back to it.
Want to know why Lamar Jackson's 2024 season might be one of the best we've ever seen in the NFL? The numbers say it all. He threw 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. That's just insane. Think about it. He spread touchdowns almost every game and barely made mistakes. That shows how careful, smart, and yet aggressive he was with his decisions. It's a rare balance to find in a quarterback. And it doesn't stop there. Besides throwing for over 4,000 yards, Lamar ran for almost 900 more. That adds up to nearly 5,000 total yards, a stat that puts him in the absolute elite of the league. The crazy part? He did all this without having to carry the team on his back. It wasn't desperation, it was domination. Every stat you look at backs up the idea that he was the most complete and dangerous quarterback this season. These numbers only make it more frustrating for those who think he should have been MVP. Because this isn't just about favorites. It's a cold, hard look at production. And Lamar's production was off the charts in every way. He shined without mistakes, delivered results, and led a team that crushed tough opponents all season long. And he did it with calm and control, no hype, no drama. But here's the truth. He didn't do it alone. There's a key reason Lamar reached this level, the Ravens' offensive system. And that's where some people started to downplay what he did, saying it was just the team. But is that really fair? Let's be real. No quarterback shines all by himself. Having a solid offensive scheme and good pieces around you is part of the game. But what Lamar did in 2024 wasn't just riding the system. He elevated it. The new offensive coordinator, Todd Monken, brought more structure, better reads, and more options. But the guy who made it all work was Lamar. He learned the playbook, mastered the reads, adjusted the tempo, and turned the Ravens' offense into a well-oiled machine. Chris Sims even tried to use this as an excuse to justify voting for Josh Allen, saying Lamar had more help. But that sounds more like a cop-out than a real explanation, because having help is one thing. Knowing how to use that help perfectly is a whole different story. And that's exactly what Lamar did. He got the best out of every player around him and made the offense tick like clockwork. This kind of game control shows how much he's grown as a leader and quarterback. He's no longer just an incredible athlete. Now he's a strategist. He knows when to speed things up, when to run down the clock, when to kill the game with a quick read. The Ravens' offense was good, yes, but with Lamar calling the shots, it became unstoppable. And that has nothing to do with luck. It's all about preparation, talent, and growth. Now, here's the big question. With Lamar playing at this level, what can we expect from the Ravens next season? Because if he keeps this up, it's time to start dreaming big. After all this, one thing is crystal clear. Lamar Jackson doesn't have to prove anything to anyone anymore. He not only led one of the NFL's most dangerous offenses, but also did something few can: earned respect even from those who doubted him. Chris Sims, a guy who never even put Lamar in his top 3 before, now calls him number 1. That's not just praise. It's a whole narrative shift, a historic turnaround. And the most impressive part? Lamar did it the hardest way, evolving his game, silencing critics with performance, not talk. He showed maturity, smarts, and incredible control over everything happening on the field. He became the brain and the engine of the Ravens' offense. And if he keeps playing like this, Mark my words, no one's stopping Baltimore easily in 2025. Now I want to hear from you, Ravens fans. Did Chris Sims finally get it right putting Lamar on top, or is this recognition coming too late? Drop a comment below. I want to know if you think Lamar deserved the MVP, or if Josh Allen still had the edge.
And if you, just like me, are passionate about the world of football and want to learn more about the Ravens' legacy, don't leave this video without sharing it with that friend who is also a Baltimore Ravens fan and will love this content. See those video suggestions on your screen? The first one was handpicked just for you, and the other is a recommendation from YouTube itself. See you there, and until the next video, go Flock.